Sophia. On the 6th of September 2022, I set out on my biggest solo trip yet. 4 months of work and holiday in Australia. Last episode, we covered the second week at the training farm. My time there was coming to an end as I found a job at a stud farm. I had to say goodbye to all the great people I met, and after returning to Brisbane for a day, I left. I was alone, once again, hopping on a train which would take me towards the unknown. Alone, by train, I made my way down south from Brisbane towards my workplace. For 12 long hours, the landscape changed slowly alongside me. I saw the sun rise and then set behind the hills. Although I did not feel scared, a little bit of anxiousness was peeking through my chest. To what type of place was I going to, really? Was I going to like the job? Was I going to like the people? Would I be fine working at a stud farm in the middle of nowhere? I could ask myself all the questions I wanted, but there was only one way to find out. Well, I'm here. I'm so tired. I'm in the middle of nowhere. But the house is pretty cool. Yeah, so Will, which is a worker here at the farm, just dropped me off. This is my room. So, yeah, the train took so long. It was 12 hours of train. I was getting crazy already, and the train ran late about an hour. Will was so nice to go and pick me up there, and then it was 1 hour and a half by car to get here. I'm like in the middle of fucking nowhere. And now I'm just tired as fuck. And I have to be ready at 6 outside to start work. So I don't know why I got myself into this. Alright guys, I'm going to get myself settled, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, I guess. Bye. See you soon. First day of job at the stud farm is done. I made it. And I look out the windows and I see horses just out in the paddocks chilling, mares with their foals. I started work at 6 a.m. sharp, and when I left at that door, that's the way to leave the house, and just right in that direction, that's where the sun rises, and the sun just had just come out of the horizon, and it was so beautiful. A bit tired, but I mean, look at this view. Yeah, the morning was a bit hectic. Ultrasounds in the morning to the mares, and then in the afternoon it was pretty much I helped with the feeding, the cleaning, and the mare was just coming along like with her foal, and they were crossing like in front of the sun rays, and it was like, oh my god. It was one of the most beautiful scenes I have ever seen in my life. This is actually like a big deal for me, being here. As the day went pretty smoothly. So yeah, gonna rest now. I'll see you tomorrow. That first week of work was intense, to say the least. The first day went well, the second not so much. I'm done with that. When is my life like going to start? Like working, actually working? The days were long, the work was tough. The horses were beautiful, but to be honest, it wasn't easy. Apart from almost dying of sickness on my first week in Australia, mixed with the jet lag, the new places, adapting to them, the long trip days, not knowing where I was going to end up, and then dropping on that stud farm out of nowhere, learning to deal with high-strung thoroughbreds for the first time. When I stopped to think about it, there was a lot going on, and I would be fooling myself if I thought I wasn't still healing from the wounds of my past, even if I was hundreds of miles away from Portugal. There were days where I felt my heart dragging itself on the floor, but I had to keep going. Hello everyone. So that was the end of day Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So that was the end of day 4 working at the farm. Feeling better today. The morning was mainly treatments and moving a few horses around and feeding a little bit. Now in the afternoon, it was just feeding, doing those rounds, and moving some horses around into their places. Tomorrow morning we're gonna have a really busy morning with the ultrasounds because there are a lot of mares to check. But yeah, yesterday was also interesting. I got to spend the afternoon with the vets doing a lot of x-rays on another farm. Yeah, just checking in with you guys to let you know that I'm alive. Bit tired because it's been a lot of work. There's always a lot going on. A lot of horses everywhere. But a lot of foals as well, like they are so sweet. It's 3 months and then I get to travel around Australia, so yeah, it's an experience. So yeah guys, I hope you are doing alright, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Finished my first week at the stud farm, which is where I am. Yeah, just yesterday I just kind of like decided to stay in this weekend. It's not gonna be easy. It's it's really hard work here at the farm, and I get to do a lot of heavy work with the cleaning and the feeding and all of that. And I mean, you're dealing with thoroughbreds, so yeah, it's kinda, it really, this week really pushed me, you know? I know it's gonna pay off in the end. My objective with this work is to earn money to travel in the end, so yeah, I need to focus on that and just live the moment, because still, like, it's an experience. I don't know, it's still a bit early, but after these first 3 weeks in Australia, I don't think I want to work here as a veterinarian. That idea of mine is kind of like dissolving a little bit, because I think it's gonna be like a lot of a headache to get my license here, and I don't think I'm really going to love it that much working here, and it's really far away from home. And although I don't want to come back, still I have my dog there and my cat, and yeah, it's gonna be like an even bigger headache to bring them over to Australia, and I'm feeling like Australia, yeah, I don't think it's going to be the place where I'm gonna live. It's been a lot going on inside of my head these first 3 weeks, as you can tell, and I'm not gonna say I'm not scared. I'm a bit scared. I had made the decision to immigrate a while ago in my life, so I went for this experience in Australia with an open mind. If I felt I wanted to make a life there, I would, but my body wasn't exactly finding its home there. I was trying to enjoy that journey as much as I could, but in a lot of ways, I still felt sad. Part of me was still back in Portugal, and I felt divided. It was like my heart couldn't keep up with my body and mind. They were ahead. My heart was still running behind. I was accepting, though, that I had to let go of my old me, of my old life. I had to start accepting the truth. My life was changing, I was changing, but even though I was doing what I wanted to, I was still hanging on to the past, afraid to lose parts of myself. And together with trying to give my best at my new job, I really wanted to feel I could move forward, but for some reason, it was difficult to feel strong. I was questioning every single day, what am I actually doing here? I did not know the answer, and it was so scary. From the outside, sometimes it seemed easy to know why I was there, but on the inside, there was a whole other war going on, one you mostly have to face all by yourself. 3 weeks after I arrived on the stud farm, it was the moment for some time off and catching a ride with a work colleague. I made my way to Sydney for the weekend. On the way there, I was thinking that these experiences are in fact incredible and life-changing because they are hard and they will break you. But you find your real self on the other side, and that is what, in the end, I was hoping to find. Ready to go again.
Jaded, but let's not talk about you. your coyote song.